Philosophy can seem intimidating, but the right books make profound ideas accessible and transformative. Whether you're new to philosophical thought or deepening your understanding, these 10 works represent essential reading across different eras and traditions. Let's explore the books that have shaped how we think about existence, ethics, knowledge, and society. Book 1: Meditations, by Marcus Aurelius. Written nearly 2,000 years ago by a Roman emperor, Meditations remains startlingly relevant. This isn't a formal philosophical treatise but rather Marcus Aurelius's private journal, filled with reflections on Stoic philosophy. He reminds us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and live with virtue regardless of circumstances. It's practical wisdom for navigating life's challenges, written by someone who ruled an empire while maintaining inner peace. Book 2: The Republic, by Plato. Plato's masterpiece tackles justice, the ideal state, and the nature of reality through Socratic dialogues. The famous allegory of the cave challenges us to question whether we're seeing reality or merely shadows on a wall. Beyond politics, this work explores education, morality, and what makes a life worth living. It's foundational Western philosophy that continues to provoke debate about governance and human nature. Book 3: Thus Spoke Zarathustra, by Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche's philosophical novel presents ideas through the prophet Zarathustra, challenging conventional morality and religion. Here we encounter the Übermensch, the death of God, and eternal recurrence. Written in poetic, aphoristic style, it's both difficult and exhilarating. Nietzsche pushes readers to create their own values and embrace life fully, despite its suffering and meaninglessness. Book 4: Being in Time, by Martin Heidegger. This dense but revolutionary work asks the most fundamental question: what does it mean to be? Heidegger explores human existence, authenticity, and our relationship with time and death. He argues we're usually lost in everyday concerns, forgetting to confront existence itself. While challenging, this book transformed 20th century philosophy and remains central to existentialism and phenomenology. Book 5: The Second Sex, by Simone de Beauvoir. De Beauvoir's groundbreaking feminist philosophy examines how women have been defined by men throughout history. Her famous assertion that one is not born but becomes a woman revolutionized thinking about gender. Combining existentialism with social critique, she analyzes biology, history, literature, and lived experience to reveal how women's oppression is culturally constructed, not natural or inevitable. Book 6: Critique of Pure Reason, by Immanuel Kant. Kant's monumental work attempts to determine the limits and possibilities of human knowledge. He argues that our minds actively shape experience rather than passively receiving it. This reconciles rationalism and empiricism while establishing that certain things, like God or the soul, lie beyond what we can know. Difficult but immensely influential, it changed philosophy's entire trajectory. Book 7: The Ethics, by Baruch Spinoza. Written in geometric style with axioms and proofs, Spinoza presents a radical vision where God and nature are identical. He argues for determinism, claiming free will is an illusion, yet shows how understanding this leads to freedom and joy. His naturalistic ethics emphasizes reason over superstition and sees emotions as subject to comprehension and transformation. It's philosophy as spiritual practice. Book 8: Existentialism is a Humanism, by Jean-Paul Sartre. This accessible lecture defends existentialism against critics and explains its core principles. Sartre argues that existence precedes essence, meaning we have no predetermined nature but create ourselves through choices. This radical freedom brings anguish but also responsibility. We cannot blame God, nature, or society for who we are. It's an empowering, demanding philosophy that places human agency at the center. Book 9: The Tao Te Ching, by Laozi. This ancient Chinese text offers wisdom through paradox and poetry. The Tao, or way, cannot be named or grasped intellectually but can be lived. Laozi advocates effortless action, humility, and harmony with nature's rhythms. In just 81 brief chapters, it presents an alternative to Western philosophy's emphasis on logic and analysis, teaching flexibility, simplicity, and the power of yielding. Book 10: A Theory of Justice, by John Rawls. Rawls revitalized political philosophy with this systematic account of justice. His thought experiment, the original position behind a veil of ignorance, asks what principles we'd choose if we didn't know our place in society. This yields his famous difference principle. Inequalities are just only if they benefit the least advantaged. It's rigorous, influential, and essential for understanding contemporary debates about fairness and distribution. These 10 books offer different approaches to philosophy's enduring questions. Some are ancient, others modern. Some are poetic, others analytical. Together, they demonstrate philosophy's range and relevance. The best way to engage with these works is to read them actively, question them, and let them question you. Philosophy isn't about memorizing answers but learning to think more deeply about everything that matters. Which of these will you read first?